Okay, good morning to all of you. So here today again we are observing the second example of our fourth topic under cultivation of herbal drugs are there. So good example second is the eucalyptus. In Marathi it is called as a Nilgiri. So we are knowing the plants of the Nilgiri. These are the monopodial, that is unbranched plants are there. We are having the in identifying the leaves of the Nilgiri leaves are there. Larger plants are like showing the branching is there, sympodial, but young plants are the monopodial, right? So here just we have to go for the its morphological character. Actually this plant is the was introduced from the Australia to the rest of the world, and following it is given by the Cook expedition in 1770. So just you see the trunk portion of the old trees are there. There are different species of the eucalyptus: Camelodunensis, then Deglupeta, Eucalyptus globulus, it is common in our region, then Eucalyptus grandis, Eucalyptus robusta, Eucalyptus saligena, and Eucalyptus europhylla. So remember any one or two. So Eucalyptus globulus is our common variety is there. So as this plant you are knowing, so it is a rapid growing tree and showing up to 20 to 50 meters. 1 meter, that is 2.5 foot is there. So height up to 2 meters showing the approximately. Then the trees are periodically cut from the ground for their stimulated growth is there. Secondly, as per the soil and the climate flexibility, as the it is adapted to the climate and usefulness. So nowadays we are observing everywhere this plant is commonly growing. It requires the more water, so it requires annual rainfall 800 millimeter per year, and these different species at different climatic conditions they are growing very largely. So they degrade the soil because they suck the more nutrient. The genus as it is to be firstly described and reported by the French botanist L. Herity. Several species occur naturally in the land of Papua country, and therefore as it is commonly seen about the spread all over the 58 countries are there. Then this Eucalyptus globulus, it is the common name. Morphologically already we have seen. So leaves are flat, vertical, texture leathery, texture is there, and it is divided into the in Latin words as the Eucalyptus globulus, botanical name, genus and species. It shows the fruits are generally developed into a woody cup receptacle and contains the many seeds are there, but there its viability is less. So it showing the more seeds formation. It tree may be grow up to the 480 feet maximum height. There is a Californian big tree is there. It is the Sequoia gigantea like. Then most of the species generally they shows the trees used for to yield the oil, and therefore odorous plant and oil from the all different species are there. In world about 170 species generally they are reported up till now here in India. So eucalyptus hybrid, a form of Eucalyptus teratocorneus, is called as a Mysore gum eucalyptus, right? Then there are some species like Eucalyptus grandis, citriodora or globulus, then others. So they are grown for the plantation. Uh, as per the government reports, our state forest department and the Forest Development Corporation of India, about 10 lakhs hectare area is under the cultivation, where the wasteland or the bare lands are there. The soil type or the growing season, as it is a forest tree, so therefore nowadays we are observing Generally at different mountainous region or hills are there, so they are commonly planted in the forest areas. The it is high temperature is required for the eucalyptus neglecta and the Eucalyptus granulata, so they tolerate the semi-shaded areas. Then as it is to be observed that the different location and climate generally, so tree shows as grows as per their condition. So while considering the climate, so as generally as a farming is there, so we can grow at a varied climatic condition. Secondly, tree can be grown in the 0 to 47 degrees Celsius temperature. Then temperature 10 to 25 degrees Celsius is the common temperature. Approximately 15 degrees Celsius is the good for the photosynthetic rate and the volatile oil content. Then water quality generally, so 100 mm rainfall per year generally required for this one, and therefore it gives the ground net primary production ANPP. So generally it shows the good production of biomass, then development of root system and the leaves are there. In cultivation practices, as it is a medium sized or large tree, so 20 to 50 meter in height up to 2 meter in diameter stem. Strongly as it is to be considered, the drought hardiness and the annual rainfall is important. Then secondly, the soil conditions they should also having the good in condition. So more degraded soil, humus soil, generally it shows the good production. Then secondly, there is having the one part is there. The plantations generally done in our different states like Andhra Pradesh, Bihar, Goa, Gujarat, Kerala, Maharashtra, all others are there. And about there are 132 cultivars are there. That is the farming is there, hectare area. It is under its growth. Then for the growing stocks, generally as per the soil areas are there. So about 5 tons of biomass generally gives the productivity and 2.5 ton per hectare, so increases the humus in the soil. Then as it is to be considered that 85% of the wood generally it is used as a firewood, and therefore it is also a one character. And secondly, pulp wood for the paper and rayon industry it is commonly used. Then nextly there is the having the about the plantations are there. So in the last 8 years record, so as per the government, so it shows ratio is 1 is to 1.55 in the 8 years. The generally as per the forest departments, generally plantation or the population, it is called as the population, that is same kind of plants in the forest area. So today about it is enough as a food for the peoples to as a job, or the wood is used for the fuel purpose. In our different states are there, so commonly they are to be used. So ecological conditions are also maintained in the forest areas. Then in relation to water is there, so there are three principal sites as per government record. So in 1991 Calder has given the certain opinion. So the young eucalyptus, it shows the used as a indigenous or as used as a deciduous tree. So leaf fall is there. These trees are called as the deciduous trees are there. Nutrients generally they are to be showing the addition into the soil are there. Then eucalyptus is utilized for different purpose, as a fuel is there. Then secondly there for the preparation of charcoal is there, because the production is more. Then poles are there, wooden poles used for building construction, and the others are there are used as a rough stem part is there. Then honey and the oil production, it is used because flowers also shows the aromatic, so therefore it is to be used. Then for paper and pulp industry, so we are knowing the paper is prepared from the pulp of these wooden logs are there. Then as it is a good farming model which generally use the more money from it. So in 1 acre of land the certain plants are grown. Then all other costs are there, planting of seeds or these plants are there. So seedlings are prepared firstly and then it is planted into the field. Then labor we are knowing cost per day now 250 to 300 per person. Then therefore 1 acre of land it requires 45 to 60,000 for the arranging the drip irrigation only. Nextly, the average cost of control of insecticides or insects and the pests are there. So by means of the different pest and the different these average paper and pulp industry and the different pest and the diseases control. Then yield of this is there. So 60% of growth eucalyptus it is established in 10 years firstly, and later on it shows the about the 30 to 180 feet. Then it is generally showing up to the 40 to 60 feet in the height, right? Then tree trunks and then other characters are there. So per acre 500 plants generally we can plant, and approximately 8 lakh to 10 lakh is there. Profit is up to the 8 lakh. So like this one generally it's cultivation. Then medicinal uses are there. So leaves gives the oil, it is used for the respiratory issues are there, catarrhea, coldness in the nose. Then different varieties are there. They are used, oil is there. It is called as the eucalyptus tea or for the immune resistant. Then naturally antibacterial properties present in the eucalyptus. So leaves having the oil is having the important role is there. Externally it is a good antiseptic, and then anesthetic. It causes the uh, control on the central nervous system. Then antibacterial and warming properties. So eucalyptus oil is there. Then nextly we are knowing the general uses particularly for the home or for the personally. So you remember this about the eucalyptus. The last point of this topic, the lecture based on the factors affecting the cultivation. Okay, thanks to all.